Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the major developments of the day. I'm Gülər Hətamova. A year ago, on November 2nd, joyful news continued to arrive from the front. On this day, the villages of İşıqlı, Muradxanlı, Milanlı of the Qapalı region, Çapan, Qoşabulaq of Cəbrayıl region, Dərəgilataq and Böyük villages of Zəngilan region were liberated from the occupation. President İlham posted a list of the liberated territories on his Twitter page. Unable to resist the incessant attacks of our aligned army, the Armenian subdivisions remaining committed to their traditions subjected Azerbaijani settlements to rocket fire. Having subjected the villages of Ağdam, Ağcabədi, Tərtər and Goranboy regions to intensive shelling that day, the enemy received a worse response. On November 2nd, 2020, as a result of a precise strikes by the Azerbaijani army, 4 rocket systems, a point of permanent deployment, a significant part of manpower at the firing positions and front line were destroyed. Shortly, the Ağdam region will be provided with electricity. Work is being completed at these substations constructed for this purpose and a control center in the territory of the region.
In accordance with the instruction of President İlham, work continues on connecting Ağdam region to the general energy system of Azerbaijan and providing it with stable and uninterrupted electricity. AzerEnerji is building 110 kilowatt substations in 2 locations. The construction of large substations is carried out taking into account the territory of Ağdam and the upcoming implementation of large projects in the region. Today we can say that the substations are being built ahead of schedule, and after 27 years we were able to supply electricity to the city of Ağdam. We express our deep gratitude to the victorious Supreme Command-in-Chief for giving us the joy of this day. After that, we will turn Ağdam and the entire Karabakh into paradise. Substation Ağdam 1 is being built at the entrance to the regional center next to the former bus terminal, and substation Ağdam 2 in the direction of Shelli village, not far from Askeran. All equipment installed at substations meets modern standard. All this equipment is of microprocessor type. Substations Ağdam 1 and Ağdam 2 will be fully integrated into the SCADA dispatching remote control system. A fiber optic cable has also been laid in Ağdam, thus the area will be provided with high bandwidth internet. High-speed internet will allow the Karabakh Regional Automated Control Center to operate on the basis of cutting-edge technologies. Cutting-edge technologies, a digital control center, have been applied here. All necessary operations, including connections, will be carried out automatically. On the territory of Ağdam 1 substation, along with the automated control center, a transport section of special-purpose vehicles and equipment of AzerEnerji, as well as a section for the repair of machinery and equipment, are being built. All work will be completed very soon.
During the telephone conversation, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan, Ceyhun Bayramov, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation, Sergei Lavrov, exchanged views on a number of issues on the bilateral relations agenda. The parties also discussed the implementation of trilateral statements, including the activities of the working group on the opening of transport and communications. Exchanging views on the current situation in the region, the ministers also stressed the importance of developing a cooperation platform in the 3+3 format. Chairman of the Working Group for Interparliamentary Connections with Azerbaijan of the Federal Senate of the National Congress of Brazil, Antonio Anastasia, who is on a visit to our country, visited the Milli Meclis. Chair of the Milli Meclis, Sahiba Gafarova, mentioned the positive dynamics in the Azerbaijani-Brazilian relations and added that Azerbaijan is interested in continuing cooperation with Brazil, be it through the United Nations or other international organizations. The chair of the Milli Meclis spoke about the 44 days patriotic war and that the occupation of Armenia, which lasted for almost 30 years, has been ended. Azerbaijan has implemented 4 relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions at its own expense and has begun large-scale reconstruction work in the liberated territories. Brazilian Senator Antonio Anastasia stressed that the role of parliaments and friendship groups in the development of relations between the two countries. Senator said he had visited Gence and Ağdam and expressed confidence that the liberated territories would soon become the developed region. Israel has always supported the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. Today, we are with Azerbaijan. We also want to participate in the reconstruction of the liberated territories, said Israeli ambassador to Azerbaijan, George Dick, who visited Ganje on November 2nd. During the visit, the ambassador also visited a residential area that was subjected to rocket fire by Armenian armed forces during the Great Patriotic War. He expressed deep respect and esteem for the memory of those who died. It should be noted that the Israeli ambassador to Azerbaijan visited Ganje a year ago when the tragedy occurred. The next edition of the Chinese on the Road to China program was devoted to Azerbaijan. The documentary highlighted the visits of the film crew to the liberated territories, the work done by the Azerbaijani government to combat the COVID-19 pandemic, and Chinese-Azerbaijani relations.
The film crew of the On the Road to China program visited Karabakh to convey the interesting points to the audience. It was noted in the program that it was impossible to move freely in Füzuli region due to a fully mined area. This posed a big threat to the lives of people. The mine cleaning operation was covered by the film crew. Particular attention was drawn to the construction in a short period of time of a modern airport meeting international standards in Füzuli, and to the fact that the city will become a transport hub in the near future. It was stated that Shusha, where no construction work was carried out during the occupation, will be completely restored and renewed by the Azerbaijani state. Chinese journalists filming in Agdam watched in despair the ruins of a completely destroyed city called the Hiroshima of the Caucasus. Nevertheless, it was noted that work is underway in accordance with the master plan of the city. And information about the military trophy park was also given. The successful cooperation between China and Azerbaijan during the pandemic, as well as the fact that the country's population prefers Chinese-made vaccines, was underlined. The reflection of the Chinese flag on the Heydar Aliyev Center on April 4, 2020 was highly praised. The film crew also visited the Carpet Museum in Baku. The documentary on the liberated territories of Azerbaijan will broadcast on the Chinese SETV channel and through a number of social media platforms as well as YouTube.
2,178 more cases of coronavirus infection have been recorded in Azerbaijan, while 2,010 people have recovered and discharged from the hospital and 31 patients died. The overall confirmed cases in Azerbaijan have reached 534,748, with 497,363 recoveries and 7,132 deaths. The number of active infections is 30,253. To detect new infection cases, overall 5,214,586 tests have been conducted in Azerbaijan. The task force under the Cabinet of Ministers reported. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.